Hello everybody, Mobius1 here, bringing you the next episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. We just defeated General Vaklu and saved Queen Talia, and learned that Kreia is being a little dubious one, who we're going to keep an eye on. But now we're going to talk to Master Kavar, because he wants to talk to us, apparently.
The Force works in mysterious ways, it seems. There are times I'm not convinced it doesn't have a sense of humor. We spend all this time looking for you, and you came to us. I thought you might return to Onderon. Looks like just in time.
You were looking for me?
I told the other masters that our only chance to figure out what was happening to us was to find you, and try to understand what happened to you. I don't know how much you know, but this threat that's striking at the Jedi, it's attacking us through the Force. Varuk didn't believe me, but he was willing to travel to Dantooine, if only to help the settlers there, and perhaps protect what was left of the Jedi Enclave. Whatever the reason, having us all drop out of sight, I thought might make the enemy more bold. But then you happened. You came back, and you became a new target for whoever was attacking us.
Why did you choose these places to hide?
They were places touched by war, and we thought there was a chance you would return to these worlds, if only to try and make peace with what happened there during the war. But now the Sith have revealed themselves. That means the remaining Jedi will gather on Dantooine. From there, we can counterattack.
Why not Telos?
Telos? But Telos was destroyed during the Jedi Civil War. I heard they're trying to rebuild.
But Atris is on Telos. Atris is there to aid in the rebuilding. Atris intends to rebuild the Jedi Order on Telos.
Atris? I thought Atris had gone to KOTOR. Too many Jedi have scattered. The Council needs to gather. We cannot remain concealed any longer.
What happened on KOTOR?
We knew that someone was preying on us, hunting us. Finally, the Jedi decided to take action, and called a secret conclave on KOTOR to decide what must be done. Before the meeting could even begin, all the Jedi on the planet were killed, along with the Miralukas and all other life on the planet. Their deaths could be felt throughout the galaxy. So the Council decided that we must not present ourselves as a target again. The consequences to others were just too great. That we should use our resources to find who was responsible and deal with them. I think you're the only one who's made progress.
Interesting, so there's probably a connection between Vissus and Atris then. I have questions.
The difficulties you surmounted to get here. You must have many questions. You deserve answers.
I need to know why you cast me out of the Order.
There was nothing else we could do. You defied the Council. You followed Revan to war. I know why you did it, but in so doing, much more harm was done. But you must understand, the exile was never the punishment you thought it to be. We could not have made you do such a thing in any event. I think you knew, inside, what you needed to do in order to heal.
What do you mean?
All those lives during the Mandalorian Wars, and all those you've served beside. Too much death leaves echoes in the Force. It is the price for having such connections. I suspect that is why you chose to accept the Council's judgment, to wander beyond the Rim, and why you traveled with no one, and did not stay in any place too long. I have thought of you since your trial.
Aww.
There are times when I wonder if being connected to the Force is always the gift it is believed to be.
I want to talk about something else.
Whatever I can tell you, I will.
Why'd you cut me off from the Force?
Cut you off from the Force? Why do you think the Council was responsible for that? No, I'm afraid the cause of your condition was as great a mystery to the Council as it is to you. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
I think Kreia is somehow connected to that. I've reestablished my connection to the Force.
You always had deep connections to the Force. I'm glad to see that it is once again your ally. When I first sparred with you during your training as a Padawan, I could tell that you were different. And it wasn't just your strong connection to the Force.
I think Kreia cut my connection and is like slowly allowing me to gain it back. I don't know. I saw a holo recording of the Jedi Council meeting where you cast me out.
So, you heard what we said. These questions I cannot answer. This is something the Council must answer, not I. You must understand, this is hard for me, especially after all you've done, but it is necessary.
Why is it hard for you?
Did you know that when I was training you, I considered making you my Padawan? I didn't. The demands of the Jedi Council were too great, and you even became a Guardian. I had hoped I could train you to eventually replace me. You have such potential. So the decision that had to be made was not easy. but I cannot say anything more.
Hmm.
Whatever I can tell you.
Let's see what he says.
I know that all too well. I came here to find them, to trace them to their source.
Yeah, alright. I thought the Sith were defeated at the end of the Jedi Civil War.
The Jedi Order has been fighting the dark side since the beginning. Our rules and the Jedi Code provide protection from what's inside each of us. The dark side is always there, and it is something that can never truly be defeated. I feel our current troubles, though, are beyond what we faced before. This threat that is targeting us, drawing us out, it's not a battle we're used to, and it has ended many of us.
Do you know anything about this threat?
Not enough. I feel it is something that was born from the wars that have struck the Republic. The threat is Sith, but the manner and timing of their attacks is difficult to defend against. We don't know all that the Sith planned during the Jedi Civil War. What secret training grounds may still remain. What worlds he discovered. We just don't know. Even after we deal with this current threat, I fear we may be dealing with the legacy of the Jedi Civil War for years to come.
Do you have any success in tracing the Sith?
You've had more success than I. General Vaklu's men and their allies effectively kept me pinned inside the palace. I felt all along that Vaklu had contacted the Sith, but the identity and purpose of the Sith...
See? Kreia has to be Sith, then. Why did the Sith come here?
They wanted to aid General Vaklu in breaking away from the Republic. If Onderon became independent, this place would be an excellent staging ground for them. But I fear it was more than that. That the consequences of Onderon's fall would have greater implications for the galaxy.
Kreia is not... She's bad, man. Bad news bears.
Whatever I can...
Bad news bears. Where are all the Jedi?
Scattered, searching for you. Going to places where you were our last hope.
Alright. I didn't get that impression from Vrook.
I think we all know that Vrook isn't easily swayed from his convictions, and his views on anyone who went to the Mandalorian Wars are low. Whatever...
Alright, is that it? I don't really care why he came here. Alright, that's good enough. Well, let's ask him about the bond.
That sounds like the bond that often forms between master and apprentice. But to that degree, you always did form connections to others. Strong ones. Even when you were a student. But what you are describing is beyond me. I'm sure others in the Jedi Council would be able to assist you. If you could find them.
Well, who am I missing?
There is something I would like to teach you. It is a technique which, I believe, will aid you in the trials ahead. There are times when you want to overwhelm a particular opponent quickly. For these situations, use the Juyo form. Do not get carried away using this form, particularly against Dark Jedi. The ferocity required to use this form leaves one vulnerable to enemy force powers. Excellent. I'm impressed with how quickly you've mastered this form. I always knew you were gifted.
It only took 2 kicks.
The Jedi Council vowed to assemble again when the Sith revealed themselves. Now that they've attacked Onderon, we can act. Our paths will cross again. May the Force be with you.
So the only planet we have to go to is Korriban, right?
I'm sorry to keep you here. I needed to thank you personally for all of your help. Onderon owes both you and Master Kavar a debt that can never truly be repaid. Battles still wage in our streets, but by morning the conflict should be over. I recognize you must leave soon, but please, take this. I had also planned on giving you some relics from Onderon's past, but Vaklu's troops looted our museum.
Whoops.
I hope the credits and my sincere thanks are enough. Captain Bostuka has made arrangements for a shuttle to take you to your ship. I fear it will be quite some time before you can come back. The war was brief but destructive. I will focus all of my energy on rebuilding Isis. Thank you again. I must go.
So we didn't loot the museum.
I will take you to your shuttle.
For greedy purposes. We looted it to protect artifacts, you know? We didn't want them to get destroyed by Vaklu's men, so... Wait, can I move? I guess not. I freaking love that theme, man. It's such a beautiful rendition of the Force theme.
We should return to the Ebon Hawk now and plot our next course of action.
Bao-dur leveled up. Attributes for Bao-dur. Boom, 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 boom. More constitution. More skills. Lots and lots of skills. Whoa, wait a minute. We don't have enough skills. I guess he doesn't need awareness. We definitely want computer use. We definitely want repair. We definitely want security. Okay. Feats. More feats for Bao-dur. What does he need today? I'm gonna say, what is this? +3 to all deflection rolls. Maybe. Maybe. +2 to all saving throws. Maybe. Maybe. No. I like the advanced Jedi defense. +3 to all deflection rolls. That's a good one. Powers. 1 power. Oh, the revitalize? Does he need that? He could use the battle meditation. Oh, restricted by armor though. That's why he couldn't use those before. Right, I need to find things that he can use when he's not restricted by armor. What about... yeah, push. There we go. Because I'm not taking him out of his armor. He needs that armor. He's very squishy. He only has 284 vitality and 24 defense. That's like squishy as heck. I got almost twice as much HP as him. And he's got the lowest defense out of everyone in this group. Alright. Alright, back to the Ebon Hawk.
I would like to speak with you about your assistant.
My assistant? Oh, right. What is it?
I believe he has it in his head that my relative size is comical. I find his disparaging beeps and whistles to be quite annoying.
I thought only utility droids had size issues.
If I am to continue to operate with him, I would appreciate it if you spoke with him about this. Otherwise, I will be forced to find a more permanent solution.
I mean, wasn't I just talking about how big he was the last episode? Or a couple episodes ago?
Query. Is there someone that you need killed, Master?
No.
Statement.
I don't think we have enough influence to get this.
Answer.
No. Okay.
Yes, General?
Does he have anything? I'll teach him some forms.
Don't worry, I'm equipped.
Teach him the Juyo form?
Thank you,
yeah. What else can we
Yes,
do? Does something happen to you on Duxton and you seem a little calmer than normal?
I feel a sense of peace. It was difficult, but I guess I've come to understand something about myself.
What do you mean?
Only that I understand more of what it is to be a Jedi and the importance of mastering my anger. Was there something you wanted me for?
Oh man, that's nice though. I'm proud of you, man. Alright, let's talk to Kreia though. Oh wait, I guess we'll talk... She
Yes?
probably doesn't have anything to say.
You may ask.
Let's talk about Atris.
She speaks of you often in anger. But her movements, the motion of her hand, her eyes, it has been almost the count of 10 years.
Yeah, no, okay, I guess there's nothing new to say to her. Will Kreia say anything new now?
Yes. Have you come with questions?
We did gain some influence. Oh, wait, we gotta take the crystal out of the saber. Hold on. Hodor. We got something to do first. We've got something to do. We're going to go to our lightsaber. Whoops, no, that's not what I meant to do. Upgrade items. Go into my saber. Take the crystal out. Let's talk to Vissus real quick first, too, because that might open up more dialogue options with Kreia.
My
my life for yours.
Teach you some forms.
I understand now. I do not understand. I will.
Nope, nothing new to say there. Let's talk to Mandalore since he's here.
Nice ship you have here. Where did you get it?
It's hard to explain actually. One thing happened after another, we ended up with it.
Ah, so it's like that. I guess it would be better if less questions were asked about it then. Now, was there something else you needed?
What's your, tell me about the Mandalorians.
The Republic thinks my people are dead, scattered. They are wrong. You should have destroyed us when you had the chance. As long as one Mandalorian lives, we will survive. Our honor, fortunes, and lives revolve around battle. From our earliest history, this has been our way, as it will be always.
Can you tell me a Mandalorian history?
Our history and our ways are something we shield from outsiders. Only on the battlefield can you truly learn of someone.
My life is revolved around the same things.
Which is one of the reasons I travel with you. It pleases me that you recognize the truth. The Mandalorian clans will be united. Then we will take back our place in the galaxy. But we live in times of action, and I've said enough for now. We can speak of this again later. Now, was there something else you needed?
Are you certain the clans will follow you?
We have suffered defeats before, but none like our defeat at Malachor. Our spirit may have faded, but it hasn't died. It will burn bright again, like a star in the heavens.
Why haven't the clans come together earlier?
The end of the Mandalorian Wars was something new and unknown to us. Revan fought us like a true warrior and defeated us on our own terms. Revan embodied our philosophy and showed us our own weaknesses. Then he exploited them. It was a painful lesson. With Mandalore dead, our weapons taken and our pride destroyed, many lost their way. But I will change that.
Has anyone tried to do that before you?
Only Mandalore can command the clans. There was no new Mandalore for many years. I can tell you want to know more, but we can talk more later about this. Now, was there something else you needed?
How did you become Mandalore?
Being Mandalore is the greatest honor for our people. Mandalore's helmet is passed from one leader to the next. When Revan executed Mandalore before our eyes, he cast Mandalore's helmet away, denied it to us. He took Mandalore's helmet and left with it. If he hadn't done that, the new Mandalore would have been chosen that day. But without leadership and direction, the clans scattered, fell apart.
So how did you find the helmet?
During the Jedi Civil War, I met and traveled with Revan. I was there with him when he defeated Darth Malak.
It is Canderous.
I traveled with him afterwards. Eventually, he told me where he had taken the helmet. He set me upon this path. We can talk about Revan and other things later if you like. You know enough for now. Now, was there something else you needed?
That's confirmed Canderous, then. What's your take on the Republic?
The Republic is a stagnant beast that had been killing its people for years before the wars began. Were it not for Revan's strength, the Republic would already be dead.
Seem awfully complimentary of Revan considering he almost destroyed your people.
Only Revan was worthy of our respect. We swept through the Outer Rim without any opposition until Revan assumed command of the Republic forces. Only then did the battle turn. But as you know, only a handful of Jedi fought, while the others cowered in their halls, afraid to meet us head-on.
The Jedi had their reasons for staying out of the war.
I'm sure there were good reasons. I'm not accusing you of being a coward. You commanded the Republic fleet that destroyed ours. You were a worthy opponent. Now, was there something else you needed?
No, I guess that's it. I don't want to choose this. If you're leader of the Mandalorians, I would have thought you'd be tougher than you are. I'm not going to choose that. Really, I didn't get any influence for any of that? Oh wait, he's got a question for me. Go ahead.
You fought with Revan and Malak during the Mandalorian Wars. Why?
They were the only Jedi who realized the Republic would fall without the support of the Jedi. I wanted to test my training in a real fight. They provided an opportunity. What I thought isn't important. I'll do the first one.
We'd never faced Jedi before, and didn't know the threat they represented. You've always been in the Jedi Order. Things that are common knowledge to you are rumors and stories to the rest of the galaxy. We only knew what we had seen in holovids and from our experience with Exar Kun. And by that time, he was completely a Sith. We thought we would triumph easily over such noble and compassionate leaders. Those are weaknesses we easily exploited in the past. What did you think of us?
Mandalorians were a menace that had to be stopped. Violent butchers without humanity. Strong warriors and worthy adversaries. Let's go with that.
And that is how we thought of you. Not of the Jedi in particular, but the men and women who joined Revan and Malak to fight against us. You turned a demoralized, defeated mess into a coordinated army. You brought tactics, backbone, and above all else, victory to them. Ever consider what would have happened if we'd won? The Sith would have been nothing more than a border skirmish against the might of my clans. We would have brought a new age of strength and expansion to the Republic, with a wealth of the core worlds providing arms and warships to fuel our growth. Instead, the Republic won. Look around you. Look at what your precious victory has brought you. I ask you this. Is the galaxy better off for the Republic's victory?
Of course, the Mandalorians couldn't run the Republic. I don't deal in what-ifs. None of these are good. I don't deal in what-ifs.
Just think about it. Now, is there something else you needed?
No. Anything else?
Yeah, what do you want?
No, okay. So we're done with him for now. Alright, back to Kreia to ask her about this crystal of mine.
Yes? Have you come with questions?
Tell me about the Mobius crystal.
That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength. And through it, your power is enhanced. Let me focus on the crystal for a moment. There. Now it is fully in tune with you again. Is there something else you wished?
What did she do? Oh my god. Did you know Revan?
I misspoke.
Damn
before.
it.
Ask.
Do you know Atris at all?
Atris herself is not as familiar to me as perhaps she should be. Yet I feel I know her, yes.
What do you mean?
Because Atris's path is one I walked long ago, and it is a chapter of my life that has been read and closed. She has taken the first steps, I think. We shall see. Surely you felt the righteous anger, the spoken judgments, the lack of forgiveness.
You walked her path?
I was a historian once, gathering the relics of the Jedi, learning the ancient mysteries. Always there were more questions. One quickly learns that the Jedi Code does not give all the answers. If you are to truly understand, then you will need the contrast, not adherence to a single idea. That is why Atris and the others blamed me, sentenced me. They believed me responsible for Revan's fall.
What? You trained Revan?
You have already asked much. I do not wish to speak of this any longer.
Wait, who is she? Who? She's not Bastila. That would be crazy. Who is she from KOTOR 1? Who trained Revan? We don't really know.
Ask.
Wait, I want to go back and do...
Atris...
I want to follow that other line of dialogue.
That...
Kreia, were you to blame?
You have already asked.
Oh, crap, okay. That's as far as I can go with that.
Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath him, how he made them his?
We did this already, right? He was a powerful leader.
Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts, Strong influence, indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly?
I feel like we did this already. I thought teachings of the Sith came from Korriban.
Oh, did they? No. Revan met no Sith empire, yet he learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how he did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly?
Do you have any ideas?
Not a one. But we shall
I
see.
definitely remember that having this conversation already. Alright. So we got a different Mobius crystal now? What, what's it give us? This white crystal is bound to Mobius. It crystal glows brightly. It doesn't actually say what it does for us. We gotta put it back in, though. Oh, there we go. Holy cow! +2 attack, +4 dex, +3 strength, +5 wisdom, +3 damage. Bro, that crystal is nuts. Oh my god, like, that is insane. Alright, I don't want to mess with these stuff now. I guess we'll talk to Mira while we're here.
Oh, hey. Can I ask you something?
Something wrong?
Your face. Well, you have this glow. I mean, not a real glow, but it's like you're calm. At peace, but it's more than that. You haven't been chewing on spice, have you?
When one is in touch with the Force, others can feel it.
Oh, well, it shows. It's like you're hooked up to a power coupling. It's weird. I mean, not bad weird, it's just weird. For a minute there, I thought you and the handmaiden... But it's just the Force.
Whoa, does she have a little crush going on? Me and the handmaiden what?
You know, hooked up a power coupling. You know?
What are you talking about?
Did you get out much as a Jedi? I was asking if you two had been, you know, intimate.
What? We don't have that kind of relationship.
Got it. Just checking.
Okay. Let's ask her
ahead,
some
man.
questions. You seem restless.
It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet.
Too quiet?
I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity, some life.
Like Nar Shaddaa.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it.
How so?
Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity, aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive.
Kreia showed me how to listen to Nar Shaddaa once, how all life there is connected, is bound to each other. Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it.
Maybe one day I'll be able to show you.
No thanks. You can keep your Jedi training to yourself. I already know Nar Shaddaa better than you ever will.
Okay.
Shoot.
She didn't really like that. Were you raised on Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah, more or less. I wasn't born there. I just ended up there.
What happened to your family?
Well, the war happened. The first one, against the Mandalorians. I had family right up until the end. It's not really a new story. You hear it all over the galaxy. It's what happens after the wars are over that you don't hear much about.
They died in the final battle?
I think so. After Revan crushed the Mandalorians, planets throughout the Republic were flooded with refugees. I was just one of the others. Me? I got passage to Nar Shaddaa. From there, not much you can do, so I became a bounty hunter.
How could you have lost family at Malachor 5? There were no colonies, just a taboo world to the Mandalorians.
Take a guess, Jedi. Only 2 groups of people would have lost family at Malachor. And Jedi don't have families.
Interesting. You're a Mandalorian?
As much as any slave becomes a Mandalorian. They took prisoners on every world they conquered to bolster their ranks. And they took a lot of worlds.
You were a slave.
When I was young, yeah. They mostly used me to carry ammo packs and munitions. Toward the end of the war, they needed everyone they could get. They taught me to fight, to hunt, to survive. I was part of their squad, even when I was young. Everyone served as part of the unit, and I felt like I had a place there. After Malachor, it really didn't matter anymore. The Mandalorians lost. Bad. But you know that.
I regret the loss of life at Malachor, but there was no choice.
Yeah, I know. I saw the worlds they left behind them during the war. That kind of stays with you. I haven't forgotten it. What happened at Malachor, they probably deserved it.
You don't sound too happy about it.
Should I be? Maybe I should ask you if you're happy about all the Jedi who died on Malachor 5. Maybe it felt like you lost family there, but I doubt it.
They had to be stopped.
Yeah, I know. I saw the worlds they left. That kind of stays.
Okay, well, now we're in a loop.
Alright.
Were you raised, no wait. Did I say that already? You became a bounty hunter.
I'm good at finding people, so I used it to make credits.
Finding people in Nar Shaddaa seems difficult.
Not if you know your target. Usually you get a hollow or rough description, and then you just sort of listen to it, get a feel for him or her, then start walking.
Walking?
This is a little hard to explain, but Nar Shaddaa's got a flow, a life to it. You see all kinds of aliens and life there, and it's got currents.
No, I understand.
You know your target, you can feel them. Know where they're going to go. And sometimes, you know where they're going to be before they do. I'm good at finding people. Because when they're lost or out of place, it's like something's wrong inside them. And that's why I hunt.
Oh wow, we got a lot of choices here. Awareness. Maybe you hunt because you haven't stopped searching for the family you lost in Malachor or a new family. Wisdom. It could be because you lost your family, you understand what it means to be lost. Influence. Perhaps you do it because you lost your family, you understand what it means. Well, that's like the same thing. I'd rather do wisdom though.
Oh, do I? Is that it? How
Ugh.
you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. I know what happened at Malachor 5, and I know the Jedi didn't care about life there.
Whoops. I've never stopped trying to protect others, even at Malachor.
Get away from me. The next time you come and ask me a question, I swear I'll shoot you in the head and dump you out the airlock.
Influence gained? What? How did I gain influence from that? Here I am thinking I'm never gonna talk to Mira again. Alright, let's try one more
What do you
time.
want now?
I want to apologize.
Whatever, don't worry about it. It's just a sore subject with me.
Still, I'm sorry you lost your family at Malachor.
Yeah, well, they're dead. That's how that story ends. But not everybody's story has to end with losing their family or their loved ones. And not all the bounty hunting I do is for criminals or killers.
What do you mean?
There's a lot of lost people out there. Scattered ever since the Mandalorian Wars. And sometimes, it's like you can almost hear them. Like an echo, calling out for each other. And maybe, just maybe by finding them, I can start putting the galaxy back together.
All things are connected through the Force. From such acts of kindness, great things may come. Yeah, let's try it.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. But you're not getting anything else out of me.
I was hoping we could talk.
Talk? About what?
Just wanted to get to know you a little better is all.
Why, you trying to be my father? No thanks. Already had one. Somewhere.
Come on, I can't be that bad. Give me a chance. No, actually, I was trying to be something a little more intimate. Oh my god. Like, I want to choose these options just to see what the reaction is. Let's try the top one. Come on, I can't be that bad. Give me a chance.
Are you sure you're a Jedi? That exile of yours must have gone on longer than I thought. Look, you're way too old for me. Even if I were interested, you couldn't handle me anyway. I mean, you're really good in a fight, and you've got those intense eyes. And it's obvious you take care of your body, but I really don't have the luxury of getting attached to you. Besides, you already have your little entourage. I don't want to be a part of the pack, you know?
What? What are you talking about?
Look, if we start sharing a bunk, the other girls would get upset, and then I'd have to kick the hell out of them to show them who's the pack leader around here. No thanks. You're sweet, old guy. But let's keep it professional.
Fine, didn't think you'd run away from a challenge. Oh my god. I'm choosing that. Fine, didn't think you'd run away from a challenge.
Run away? You're the one who couldn't handle me. I'd kill you.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Why don't you kill your targets?
I've killed people before, but not if I don't have to.
You don't seem to hold back when you're with me.
I know. It's different. I don't know why.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I haven't killed anyone for a long time. But when I'm around you, suddenly it's like I've always been doing it. It's like a reflex. I don't like it. And I don't know when or why it became so easy. Shoot.
Let's ask about Hanhar.
Hanhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not out for credits. It's more vicious than that. And it runs a lot deeper. It's like he's out to make the whole galaxy suffer. Every living thing in it. He wants to break them, ruin them. And when they can't suffer anymore, he wants them dead.
What happened between you and Hanhar?
I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever.
I think that deserves an explanation.
Do you really want to hear this?
Yeah, I'd like to know what happened.
Well, Hanhar and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some forest planet on the Outer Rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations.
Do you know the name of his homeworld? Do you know what species he is? So he was a slave.
Well, not for long. Once off planet, Hanhar escaped from the Zerka slavers, then killed them all.
Why is he wearing those cuffs?
I don't know. I always thought he just liked using them as weapons.
It's good he broke free. Nothing deserves to be caged. Yeah.
Well, before you get too proud of him, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3, or the ID cluster colonies?
No, I don't think so.
Right. That's because Hanhar happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to settle some huge score or debt. I don't get it, but he's dangerous.
How did he work with? Who did he work with? So how do you factor in?
I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his life while doing it. He's been hunting me ever since.
So he wants to capture you?
I don't pretend to understand it, but among his people, they have these codes of honor. But somewhere along the line, Hanhar's got twisted. His people form these things called life debts. If you save the life of one of them, they pledge themselves to you.
Ah, foolish code. His species would die. That doesn't sound too bad.
Well, with Hanhar, he can't escape that life debt. It's bred into him. But he hates every other living thing in the galaxy, so pledging himself to someone else, especially a human, was unbearable. So when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like slavery all over again. But it was in his head. It was like it pushed him over the edge.
What do you mean?
A life debt to Hanhar is a death sentence. He'll hunt you until you're dead. When I saved his life, it meant he had to kill me. And so he kept chasing me in hopes I would die. I think the fact I showed him mercy after hating humans for so long, that was something he couldn't stand.
Well, life debt makes no sense. What if someone else saved his life? Would you try to kill them?
Probably. But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanhar would probably go mad. He was angry before, sure, but he'd be 10 times worse if that happened.
Any regrets that he's gone?
Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep watching my back every minute, wondering when he's going to show up. And he always did. It's like he always knew where I was.
Any chance he's still alive?
Trust me, if he was still alive, he'd be chasing us even now, waiting to ambush us when we least expect it. And he always shows up at the worst possible time. He was one of the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. Hanhar never gives up on his prey. Or his life debts. He's a hunter. He's a natural predator.
But he is still alive, isn't he? I'm trying to remember. How'd you save his life?
Well, as happens on Nar Shaddaa, I made someone mad. Mad enough for them to send Hanhar after me. Turns out they were even able to get him cheap. He'd heard about me and wanted to hunt me down, for sport. He didn't think I'd be much of a challenge.
What happened?
Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover the escape routes.
She's trying to hem you in with a minefield?
I think he'd hoped to drive me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try and walk through them. Thing is, I knew Hanhar's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was pretty easy to broadcast a signal to blind their sensor receptors for a minute or two. I figured that would buy me enough time to move through them and get away.
But it didn't happen that way.
Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by, temporarily. And Hanhar was pretty fast on my trail. I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section, and Hanhar was caught right in the middle, and he survived. Barely.
Barely?
He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. And it happened so fast. All the blood had been scabbed and crusted from the flash. I had the drop on him, and even blind, he knew it. He could still hear me. My ears were ringing from the blast, but I could hear him. I think he was begging me to let him live. His voice, it wasn't a roar, more like an echo of it. I suppose I should have killed him, but I couldn't do it. He was in pain, and he was helpless. So I dragged him out of there enough to get him to safety, and he kept hunting me ever since. He said he'd pursue me to the edge of the galaxy. No matter where I ran, he would find me and break me. That I would always be prey.
Dude, I'm loving this voice actress. Like she's like the whisper is like, I can feel it, you know? Sometimes it's stronger to spare a life than take it. You pay the price for your weakness. Yeah, let's do the first one.
Maybe. I've thought about that moment. A lot. Wondered if I would do things differently if I had another chance.
Alright.
Alright.
I guess that's it for her. I'm gonna ask about the rocket launcher. I'm hoping we could talk.
About what? Why, you trying to be my father?
It's the same thing. Alright, let's try the intimate thing. I'm just curious.
Are you sure you're a Jedi?
Oh, it's the same.
I mean, you're really good enough. Besides, you already have.
Alright. Alright, anything new?
Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead.
No, I guess that's it. Alright. Okay. I think that's gonna be it for now. Did a little bit of companion catching up. Probably have more to do, but we'll see. Maybe at the beginning of the next episode we'll do some more. I'm not really sure. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Mobius1 here, and I'll see you in the next one.